Hello, my name is Temmy Balogun.
And I am Christabel Ikpen.
Together, we're your host on Table Talk, where we talk about burning issues on technology,
mental health,
politics,
finance,
and more. Join us on this conversation.
Would love to hear from you.
It is Valentine. We are celebrating Valentine, and so because of that, we have one beautiful couple. They have been wonderful people. We've for a while now kept track on them, and today we want to celebrate them. And not just celebrating them, we will also be learning from them, discussing some key issues in the family. They are young couples, so you're going to be learning from them. All right, so I'm going to be introducing Mr and Mrs Adewumi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are really very happy to have you here, and thank you for creating the time to be with us. And let us wish you happy Valentines in advance. We know that it's not yet, but the Val is in the hair. It's for everybody, yes. For a while now, I understand that before you guys got married, you've been working side by side, career-wise and building together. And it's been amazing. Then later you got married, you still continued. It's been wonderful. Kudos. Let us give them that kudos. But then my question is to Mrs. Adewumi.
Okay.
You were building with him even before you guys got married. What if he never proposed to you? How would you have felt then, and what would you have done?
Okay, so I think it's about perspective. So you said I was building with him.
Yeah.
But I saw it more like we were building together.
Okay.
So it was not a one-sided effort or one person contributing everything.
Okay.
So it was a two-way street of we doing things together, we building each other. So I know I always use this analogy of the fact that if relationship is like a canoe, if one person is paddling it won't sail, it won't go anywhere. But when the effort is consistent from both sides, that's when you can have a successful journey. So for us, it was building together. And of course, there were times when it came up like, we have several joint things together. Even before we got married, I already had shares in his company.
Wow.
So it was not. I mean, the one saying, what if this lady refuses to marry me? So I know, and we are a very communicative couple. We like to talk about issues. So there was a time, that was 2018. We wanted to release a book together. And the issue started coming up. You guys are building too much together. What's up if you don't end up together? And I just kind of asked him, we're writing this book together. Names on it is going to be Abayami Adewumi and Ibn Balogun. So what if we don't end up getting married? He said it's not difficult, and we'll take our rights to the book and market it individually. That is not a big deal. So I think what we saw was the fact that it was not a selfish relationship. So what we saw was the fact that this person is willing to make it work, and I'm willing to make it work as well. So if it doesn't work out, it's not as a fact of us not putting in the effort. There are several things, external factors that could have happened. So we had this at the back of our mind that something could have gone wrong along the line, but that is not a matter of us not putting in the effort. So the fact that we are both on the same page, putting in the effort, did not make it look like I was building him or exactly. So it was just like a relationship of building each other, and if it ends up in marriage, beautiful. If it does not, we've learned from each other, we've grown from each other, and we're happy the way it is.
Okay, so I think that's the key thing, Christabel, because the trend is don't build with a man. No.
If
you build with a man, you run. By the time he's made, you will go with somebody else, or you'll be like, the guy will be like, wait, there was one good joke I saw, and it was like, between a girl that helped you to build and the one that made you successful, like linked you to the contact that made you blow, who are you going to be picking? Some people were like, I'm going with the one that has some of them were talking about body structure. I'm talking about the one that has ass. I'm going to take me the one that has boobs. Some said, I'm going with the one that helped me build. The Dangote girl. Do you understand? So I think what Yvonne said is just the key. The fact that we are not building, like it's not a lopsided thing. It's like everybody working together and learning from themselves. I think that's what it is. I think so. Yeah, that's
very valid, and I absolutely agree with her, because the thing is, when you're in a relationship or you're seeing someone, most times people get clouded, right? People are like, they tend to do things because they want to get certain things in return. So I'm close to you, right, because you want to get something from me, but that's wrong. That's very wrong, right? So you see a lot of failed relationships, and then it leads to resentment as well. So that's where you hear terrible cases of maybe a guy pouring his lover at seed and all of that. That's crazy. You just have an open mind. I feel not all relationships will end in marriages. I say that anywhere, anytime. So treat people like people. Treat them with love and be honest.
So that even after the relationship, you can still have relationships.
Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So, sir, I'm going to ask you this question because people say some people tell you God showed you. God showed me my wife in my dream. That's how I knew, or a certain sign happened. So I'm going to throw this open to you. How did you really know she was the woman you wanted to spend the rest of your life with? Like, when did it dawn on you? Was it that she's a very pretty person?
Yeah,
beautiful in and out. Is it that you're like, if I leave this girl now,
without getting any
points? What was that factor for you that made you pop the question?
We met in 2012. We met in 2012, and I think she was
2012, that's like 10, was that not 10 years ago?
Like 10 years
we
ago.
met, she was talking in I think she was a part 2 law student.
Oh.
Wow.
And she was talking in the audience. I think it was a debate competition in, I cannot forget, biochemistry department.
Okay.
You attended the same school?
Yes, OAU. So I love the way she was talking. I went up to her and said, I like the way you talk.
Shoot your shot, fast.
I got her details, but now, funny enough, I got her details that day, and that was the end. So it was not because of me anyway. I was in a very demanding course, and I just forgot. Fast forward, I now saw him with one of my guys that we grew together, that they were leading mate and body mate. I do tease the guy. I would say, you're reading me.
Are you serious? Are you sure it's not beyond reading?
I saw them a couple of times, and then I just took my way. Immediately I saw them together, I said, whether they are reading it or not reading it, I'm not even going there again.
Yeah.
And that was like 2012. And that was it. We saw about a couple of times in 2012, and that was it. To fast forward to 2016, right? Yeah. 2016, I was going through my phone. At that time, I just saw a picture. I wasn't on status or your DP.
Yeah, WhatsApp. DP.
At that time, there was no status. So everybody used to change their DP. I just stumbled that. My line has missed several times. But I still keep having some numbers. Wow, this lady, let me check her out. This girl is fine now.
Okay.
So, you know what? At that time, I just got out of a bad breakup.
Okay.
I just moved to Lagos from Ibadan. And things were not really that smooth.
Okay.
It was a pretty dark moment. I said,
okay,
you know what? This is a new challenge.
Let's get on it.
It's like a new project. So that's interesting. I started talking, and then I discovered that she was interesting to chat with and everything. So, but one thing, and as I said, it's not one thing, it's a combination of many things. So one thing that struck us quickly, our conversation graduated from, you are fine, yeah, I like you. It quickly left that peripheral into deeper things like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, why are you? I just finished from OAU now. I'm at home, I'm preparing for law school. What are you now doing? We started talking. And there, I think I just hinted about an idea I had, which was Leadership Roundtable Summit. It had no name then. You would have heard about it. We did the 5th edition at Radisson recently last year. So I just told her about it. I had this idea and everything. I've done something like that in Ife in 2014, but I don't know how to go about it. I said, that's nice. She encouraged me. She took it over. Before I knew it, she became the chief planning committee. The chairman, and she was in Akure. I was in Lagos. I was planning for an event in Lagos.
Wow.
I was not based in Lagos. I just moved to Lagos. No contact, nothing. She was not based in Lagos. I said, you have to come to Lagos for this. You can't be planning from distance. said no. So you want to have an excuse to see me.
Sharp guy.
Because we've not seen each other since then.
Wow.
So I coordinated the event. She came to Lagos, and the whole event was a success. And that was Leadership Roundtable Summit 1.0. I cannot forget that Ejibo. She came, and from there she said, "You cannot go back to Akure. What do you want to be doing?" Shall you start to pin her in?
It's not going to pin you. It's alright.
You have to do something. Because law school was about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
We got talking. I asked her. She told me no, that she's not ready. She's not dating anybody, but she's not ready for relationship.
Okay.
That she's not yet ready.
Okay.
Oh, fine. We are close.
What else do you want?
We planned an event together. Let's move on. She said no. Okay. As a
guy,
patient,
as a gentleman,
I left her be. But every moment I have, every opportunity, I remind her that I don't want friendship.
Don't go and friend zone me. I don't be bro.
So I kept on ringing that in my head so that somebody else will not come and I'll be the nice guy by the roadside. And that was it.
And that is very important. Before you come and lose the love of your life to somebody.
So the very key was quickly I discovered that we shared the same values.
Okay.
We had the same goals. We were thinking of the same thing. Our view towards life was, very positive.
Okay.
Everybody, it's not like we're coming from a place of deep scar.
Okay.
Because a lot of people carry their baggages into relationship.
Okay.
So quickly it was easy to see that, we both do not have that much life baggages. So it was easy to get along, know each other. And then she was going to law school, and I told her, I said, if you go to law school, I'm going to forget you.
She said threats.
I have to throw in that it was important, if I didn't do that, I know going to law school, I would most likely the distance would break it up. I can remember September 4th, was it October 4th, 2016. Yeah. She said she has thought over it. Her law school was about 2 weeks away that time. She wants to give it a chance.
Wow.
So that was the
that was
don't mind it. I just carry placards. No.
You don't have to consider looking at the fact that you're gentleman.
But by that time she was already falling for you.
Oh my God.
She had no, everything she was not doing was just from out here.
How do you know?
For 6 months, I was practically the only person she was seeing for 6 months in Lagos. We go to my office together. I was working for a company there, which they gave me opportunity to work from a place, and she would come there to visit me. Okay. We see virtually every day, Monday to Sunday.
Auntie, are you expecting?
And then all the guys that were coming on the way, and she would come and ask me like, this guy is good. Hey, don't you think you should look at it and look forward? I was guarding. She was coming to ask me.
But the guys that were acting out. Can you imagine?
I never told her don't pursue it. So I just gave her.
But your mind.
Because I knew quite quickly that she was very strong-willed. She liked to make her decision herself.
Yeah.
So there was no need trying to instruct somebody like that.
True.
And funny enough, and that's what gives a lot of guys problem because of ego. They find it very difficult to manage ladies that are very strong-willed and they don't like people to dictate to them. But funny enough, they are even easier than ladies that you have to dictate.
Yeah, you just leave them, right?
No, not even leave. Just have to have a reason for everything you are saying. Never tell them to do something. Give them a reason.
Okay. I mean, I don't like.
And allow them to mull over it. They will most likely come back to what you want them to do because they are very logical.
That's true.
Wow.
Except what you actually also wanted is illogical.
Okay.
But if what you wanted is
logical,
by the time you give them reason for it, and just give them time to decide.
Yeah.
Wow. They'll come back to what you actually want.
Wow.
I've given some people chips.
So really, the values, the fact that you guys had the same, your ideas were aligning at some point and all that. Wow.
No, so I think it was more of intentionality.
Okay.
About the ideas. There is no ideas are what they dying. it's not just about the ideas. Like I said, there are no great or small ideas. There are only great execution or poor execution. So it's not about having the greatest of ideas. What you have to be as the two. The book idea was just on LRS 3.0. I could not find LRS 2.0 was at Festa. She came from law school. We planned it together. LRS 3.0 was at Unilag. And then we wrote the book and commissioned. The book idea came 3 months. It was a failed
book project for a client that was working
with. She writes books for clients.
One of the things I do as well.
So, and she thought that this was not going to work. I just said, stop getting angry with yourself. You know, we could make money out of this. Kind of like, are you crazy? Let's make this.
The money man.
Always calculating opportunity everywhere.
And that was how we turned the idea to a book and everything, and it moved on. So, down to now deciding to marry, it was not, we both knew, it was not somebody saying, I want to marry you, or all this proposal everybody doing on the streets. At the point we were going to get married, we both knew we were ready to, we were going to marry. So the question was when. It was not a question of if.
Okay.
So we just decided and said, you know what, waiting beyond now, there's no value to extended relationship. Can we just move to the next stage? We had that discussion, but she didn't know I was going to propose. But smart girl, she was already dropping me hints. So when she showed me video, I don't like this kind of proposal. No, I'm very private. I don't like private. I don't like public. I like something in the middle. I want to be talking and that's
so you were just getting the hint, you were just dropping, and she was dropping it.
You have to say what you want. Just leave it lying back. Just do anything. Like these kind of things I like. This is what I like myself.
No, she's very, for that, she's very, what she likes, she would let you know. She's very easy. She's very easy to please because she'll tell you what she wants. So me, I was just like, okay, I know what you want. But we already had the discussion that we need to move this forward. Else, we most likely will just waste this
relationship that you built over years.
Yes.
Wow. It's been amazing so far, guys. Like, we've been learning from Mr and Mrs Adewumi, and they've been cracking us up here in the studio. We've been gisting. We're learning. Please learn, because he's dropping some hints. He dropped some code for the guys. She's dropped some code for the ladies. So, but let's go on a short break. We'll be right back.
I won't talk my mind, for anyone will feel relate, read the macula, Sometimes it feels like success is a trap, and sometimes it feels like people don't understand. Cause the pressure plenty, and the expectations high. Even your day ones were supposed to get your back, sometimes they ones they fight. And everybody has an opinion, but now you supposed to live your life. And even people were supposed to show you the way, now the people they back by. No be pride, no be ego. Sometimes I gotta change my mind, sometimes I gotta stay behind, sometimes I would have to say no. Sometimes I gotta know what.
Welcome back to Table Talk. Okay, so we all know it's the season of love. In as much as they tell you Valentine is every day, but regardless, we know February 14th is Love Day. So my question to both of you, because I'd really love to get your intake. So we see that a lot of people actually have fallen with the idea of being in love or being in a relationship, and that's as a result of his view, her view. We are wearing matching
our view.
I wanted to travel. They're not wearing matching outfit.
Color is kind of matching. Black hair, black hair.
Timmy. So now that Valentine is approaching, I tell my friends jokingly that, see, on Valentine's Day, if I see any his way, I block you. You can now come and pressurize me.
You are done to pass.
I will block you. You can't
blocking for matching pajamas.
Exactly. So how do you, or what do you guys suggest that people do? When I mean people who aren't in relationships. People who are bullies.
You need to clarify. I mean, I don't actually believe that anybody's bullies. You can only say that people that are not in clarified relationship.
They're complicated.
Relationships they don't know.
Not single, not
some
married,
people are in
complicated
relationship with them.
So
some people are single premium.
single Pringles.
Exactly. So in this context, they are not in situationship.
They are not in situationship.
They are, and they're just literally there. They're not in a relationship.
They are still looking for the right.
They are still looking for, but they see all these things happening, and they tend to feel like, something is missing.
Every 14 now, some of them have been thinking like this.
So for example, now I was saying,
Jesus.
So I'm a Christian, and then I'm single, right? And I go to church, and then pastor says, people who have not gotten married, come outside. Let's pray for you. You understand? And literally every Sunday, I get to come out.
You don't come out now. Your mom will tell you.
Or are you in a relationship? So if you're not mentally sound, and this is the fact, if you're not mentally sound, if you don't know who you are, if you don't have your own identity, you might tend to want to settle for less. So anybody that comes your way, you just say, okay, let it not be as if
at least so that means I can increase my status from single to married.
So what advice, or how do you think people like that should go about it without having to settle for less?
Okay, so the honest truth about it is, at the end of the day, we all know the right things to do. We get that soft voice that actually nudges us. Can call it gut feeling. We know the thing. We know the right thing to do. It's almost all the external advice can come, but if it doesn't come from inside, there's really nothing you can do. So there is no one thing you can do. The truth of the matter is just find something doing and focus on it.
Okay.
Love, relationship, situationship, marriage.
Complicated.
Everything will find you at what you are doing.
True.
If you're waiting for love, if you go out to search for love, actually, because there's no place to sell love.
Yeah.
So the code is actually for you to just focus on what you're doing and try as much as possible to be successful at it. Make it a project. While you're there also, of course, there are things you should do. Be open to people. Maybe don't be close-minded to it unless
be reading DP and DMs. be going to all these outings.
No, but the outings actually work. But I know that people say go out. But where exactly do you go out to?
Places where your fellow people are now.
But hope you know that when you go out, there's debit alert on you.
Exactly.
So it's not just about going out. Like I said, it's just there's no one formula for it. So you have already almost answered it, which is believe in yourself and be comfortable with yourself. In fact, if you have not gotten to that place in which you are comfortable with yourself, there's no reason for you to go into a relationship. Because you need to first lead yourself in order to be able to work in a relationship. It's only a man that is comfortable with being himself, with who he is, that can actually work with a woman and not feel hot, not have ego.
Or oppressed. Or like maybe she's going to be more successful than me.
I think I said to the wife yesterday, I said I want to be the husband of. I don't want you to be the wife of. I want to be the husband of. I don't mind. Please. I will even be collecting money. So
money.
Money man.
So at the end of the day, it comes down to being able to first find peace with yourself, because that is when a woman will not be able to accept anything less. Like, you know what? No,
I can't accept.
This is not
what I want.
This is who I am. This is not who I am. And that's not an excuse to tolerate bad behavior, because I see all these things flying around. I'm Taurus. Sagittarius. I'm Leo.
We're like
you love me. That's how we are. You have to love me the way I am. Okay. Be a rude person and expect someone to love you.
As human as we have flaws, we have defects. So sometimes we are very aware of the flaws.
True.
So be humble enough to work on it, but also be confident in who you are. And every right thing will come at the right time. There's always the right time. Time is the most universal thing that everybody has.
True.
It will happen. It's now how prepared are you for it when it comes. So, as much as possible, enjoy yourself.
Enjoy your life.
And then who says Valentine has to be with loved one alone?
Yeah.
Go out, have fun with your friends.
Yeah.
Go
At
out
least you on your own, you can wear your matching red and red. It's not compulsory.
And you can go to motherless baby home.
Exactly.
And go and give them something, celebrate with them.
Unless you're a loner, you have friends.
Yeah.
You have people that what are you
even
doing?
your families are also people
True.
you can celebrate. My first Valentine gift, I actually received it from the family.
Aww.
When I was much younger, I felt like
What was the second?
my first Valentine it came from
What
family
was
because
the
I was
second
one of
one?
the second.
What's not the second
It's
one?
not about that. This is not what it's about.
Most of
Please
the
let me
show.
just move. Let me just move. Please. So I know that being in a family, being in a family, the woman actually has a lot of things to do.
Yeah.
But look at you now. You have a job and then you have a family to deal with. How has it been managing your career and your home? How has it been? I know it's not like you guys have been in it for a long time, but I think this early stage too is not moving from single to married and having husband to deal with the child and career is not easy.
What do you mean by husband to deal with? Wife to deal with too. Come on.
You can say your own. You can say your own, but my question is still go ahead.
Okay, so basically, I think it's more about having a system in place.
Okay.
So it's not always very, in fact, let me even say always, it's not very easy trying to balance everything. In my own scenario, I have a career, I have a business, I have a baby, like I said, I have a husband, and I still have several other things. Like I was there yesterday and I was looking at myself. I am doing law, I am doing content development, I'm doing communications, I'm running an NGO, I have a business. Wow. I just like, how many things I get to do?
Everywhere.
So it can be overwhelming. But like I always say, having a system in place makes things easier. Okay. And even before you have the system, having a considerate partner is number one on the list. Because if you
considerate
if you don't have a considerate partner, even the system will not work the way it should. Okay. And that's why I always, shake my head and put that rush into marriage, into relationships. Yeah. Like, calm down. If you don't love yourself, who is going to love you? It doesn't make any sense. You have to, like, marriage is not something you just jump into and say, okay, let me just do it because everybody is doing it. It's, even if you do it and you make a mistake, let's not be because everybody is doing it. Let's be a genuine mistake.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, even before I had the system in place, we just used to do things as it comes. Like, okay, my work comes, like most times it takes a lot of time, of course. In the morning, 9 to 5, like the day is gone already, and then I get to I'm tired. So the beginning of our marriage relationship, I was always frustrated because I was raised in a background of the way when the woman comes, the woman will cook, will do everything and everything. So when I come back from work and then I start cooking and I'm angry. Grudgingly, and I'm frowning. I'm just looking like, what's going on in this house? What's happening? And so I had to unlearn several things. And like I said, it's not something that came automatically to me. He had to help out. Like, said, even if this whatever is not working, let's just buy food. Why are you stressing yourself? Like I said, when I was growing up, when I was in school, I can count on my hand how many times I ate out. But in the first year of our marriage, we ate out.
But it made it easier for you.
So it made it easier for me. That's what I'm saying. Like I was conditioned to just be doing it the way it was always done. But because we are, like I said, we are a communicative couple. So like you don't have to always go to the kitchen, do this. We can just buy food. We can do this. But like I said, for the first 2 years of my marriage, I don't have to make. I don't have to make it, but I never made my money because I just like I don't get to go to stress of peeling bills. I'm not going to do it. But now, as me, it's someone that's not considered. Like my mother used to.
I'm telling you, come back. I want to be eating fresh food every day. That's how my mother used to do it for me.
We had somebody, even those person I used to buy my money from. His mom will come, she will make, will put in the freezer. I think there was a day I was just like she I used to come and make my money and put in the freezer. What will I make it for my own daughter? And I don't know how to make my money. And I don't worry. He was like, don't worry, now we'll order for them.
All these things to come.
It's never been to that
It's just
okay, let's say millennial couples.
What's the point of outsourcing?
You
are bringing business. That is what is your business.
It's just about outsourcing.
You are bringing it.
Something worked for our parents when they were there. The bulk of the mothers did not work.
Sure.
So what are you going to be doing at home, honestly? Let's be fair. He brings in all the money, he does everything, and then the only thing you have to do, take care of the children and cook. You'll be somebody bad not to be able to fulfill just that duty.
Yeah.
But now we are all bringing money in, going out to work and everything. So and then
the kids
with that modernization of women coming into workplace, more speciality are coming out on people that this is what I do. I can clean home. That's my business. Let's give them business.
Let's give them exactly.
And my time is worth much more.
Sure.
I'll make more money. I know that if I allow her to have more free time, she will get more writing jobs. She will do more jobs for her clients. Make more money that we spend. So the money we used to buy that at the end of the day,
people can go to buy and do it. View.
It's net positive. So it's net positive at the end of the day. It's just about understanding and calming down. Anyway, there's no one set way of doing things.
Exactly. Have a system in place. It's important. If you know, okay, every Saturday somebody will bring in the food stuff. We're going to make soap. Like convenience, have a freezer. If you can get solar, whatever, just run your freezer. Just have things. So I have a freezer. Weekend, I have an outset who goes to the market, buys the stuff. Okay, if you want to cook anything, put it in the freezer. When I come back, the freeze. So when I'm leaving there, I'm telling her, oh, these are the things you should do. When I come back, I'm not spending 5 hours in the kitchen. Maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, I'm out. And I'm not eating noodles, I'm eating maybe banga and whatever.
Wow.
You know, so powerful. Just
enjoy yourself.
Then have like outsourcing. I don't know, I'm not a superwoman. I don't know how to, I don't carry. So I just have things in place. Okay, and the days, so I learned, it taught me to speak up. The days when I'm tired, like, as they are coming, whether you buy something to cost me, I'm tired. And then you understand, but it's not as if I'm intentionally there. I can't just, like yesterday, I came back from work late. I came back around 8 p.m. And I still had to create a box for a client. I still sent out around 10. So when I came back, I went to my, so it took me to the mall. I got the things I wanted to get, come back home, we packed the gifts together, put it in the house, sent it to the client, and then I went to do some other things in the kitchen ahead of today. So now imagine if it's someone like 8 o'clock, you're not back.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, where is the food? Where is this? And because I had a nanny, I didn't have to story about my child. She already took care of him.
I think life is more easier now if you're able to
clothes for
outsource.
him, and just at least she has done her own part. I'm not now coming back and we're not going to the mall to buy stuff for my clients, entering the kitchen, taking care of the child, cleaning him, feeding him.
Even you will be worn out now.
Yeah,
you'll be worn out. Wow.
So able to balance it, you need to have a system in place. Outsource, delegate. Don't do everything yourself because you cannot. You cannot outdo work. Work will always be there. That's the thing. You can never outdo work. There will always be work to be done. So outsource what you can, delegate what you can, and have a considerate partner.
Wow, that's amazing. So you are considerate. Wow, I'm so happy. Wow, because you are gonna, I want to choose this. So there was a time during the COVID-19, 2020. So Joro, I used to follow this Joro very well. But now I don't have time anymore. But I do. COVID, now everybody had time. I used to read things. I see different things happening. I'm like, okay, me, I'm like Bolu said earlier. Okay, so I used to tell them this. I would be like, let us read this thing that the issues happening in the marriage and all that. Then there was one particular one. It's not married. It's not a married thing. Okay. So she had to go to the guy's house almost every time to do fresh, what's it called? Fresh food for him every day. And the guy, and the guy also likes it. This is where I'm going. The guy likes a particular shape of plantain. He likes it triangle. So the issue was, the lady was asking us that, is it fair on her to continue to like he cannot eat anything, that he wants everything fresh, and his plantain must be rectangular in shape. Wow. So when she was talking about considering, that was what my mind.
She has no job.
Funniest part is that it was COVID-19 time. Funniest part is that they are not married. So I was like, thank God your husband is not the one that likes
she's pitching. She's pitching.
She's from the road now.
Thank God your husband is not the one that likes plantain in triangle shape. Because I'll be wondering, okay, so I'm going to cut plantain and then I'll have to bring out. What about the rest? I'll throw them away. Wow, so amazing.
She'll fry and then she'll eat the leftover. That's it now. All this is not a child you are cooking for.
Wow, it's so amazing. But really, she was really hurt by that and she needed advice. It was crazy.
She does not need advice. She does not need advice.
Yeah, advice.
She does not need advice. She just needs people to talk. Because she's going to still go back and
do triangle.
No matter what other
Wow.
There are some people that knows me that have heard about this, and they will be like, you brought this into this one. Yes, because it's really very funny. Anyway, so Mr. Adewumi, it's really been lovely, like having young couple vibes, because we've been hearing a lot of things about marriages out there and all that. They are making it look like maybe it's not somewhere to go, like, do you understand? But now I think it's now about understanding. So what is the advice that you have to the couples out there based on what you've practiced and have worked for you? Do you get? Because really I think that is understanding really matters, and working out things and making use of what we have. Now you guys are talking about having outsourcing things, doing this, so that we don't just, I think one of the things that we don't look out for is you are not looking at the woman that there's a lot on her. Yes, there's a lot on you as a man, but I think a woman will quickly react when she's frustrated. True. And then when she's frustrated, she doesn't make the home even sweet for you. Do you
happy wife, happy home.
Happy home. So for a husband that is thinking about, okay, always when you are tired, speak up. That is reasonable. Yeah. So what else do you think young couples coming into the space of marriage, for the sake of Valentine, what do you think they can do to have a happy home?
Okay, I'm going to say this thing that I always tell my wife, and which is, nobody goes out and come back and say, I have a good day. Would you ever make the news? But when somebody goes out and come back and say, I had an accident, it would make the news.
Yes.
Why? News that sell are bad. And the percentage of people that go out and come back safely is higher, very high, to the percentage of people that go out and
have accident.
It's minute. In fact, I'm not sure it's up to 5%. Sure. So let's go back to marriage. The news out there is designed for you to entertain you, to capture your attention. And sometimes you get sucked in to believe.
And you think it's true.
You believe that is the reality of everybody.
Wow.
So people that have enjoyed their marriage don't come out to make the news. That today, we enjoyed our marriage.
We've been
nothing happened. We've been thriving for 1 year. Praise the Lord. It will never make the news. And that's why you never see. It looks like everywhere is breakup. Everywhere is not breakup. At least in my circle. I don't know the circle you belong to. I can tell you boldly that the percentage of what you hear as breakup today is not yet up to 5% of people that are married. But it's because the people you see, the people you have idolized as
online, you've not even met them before,
models, even though they are just people that you know on television, online, social media, make it look like everywhere is bad. So first, if you can desensitize yourself from the fact that failed marriage is normal, it's not normal. Divorce is not normal. Failed marriage is not normal. It is not happening everywhere. So because when you accept it, it makes it very easy for you to
do. You be like, people are doing this now. You be like, people are doing this now.
What's
there?
Big deal there. So it's still a very pretty big deal. So, and a good example you can take is look at your street, look at where you live. How many breakup is happening there? Stop focusing on Instablog Nigeria, Joro, and social media, Twitter, and everything. That is not life. So first, when you're able to remove that away, then you can now face life. Know what you want out of life. Be confident with yourself. Be happy with yourself. Get into your happy place and be human. At the end of the day, we all are human. If you cannot maintain a relationship with Shola, who is your friend, always putting on your WhatsApp that all my enemies.
The haters.
You are always fighting imaginary enemies. You have raised your warfare. You have prepared yourself to fight war. You have not even gotten into marriage. You're already saying, all you these girls that will come near my husband. It's create a siege mentality. And then at the slightest provocation of things that doesn't even look like it, you are creating problem out of the thing here for yourself. Now that is not to say there are not real problems out there. But first, be happy with yourself. Be confident with yourself. Be human. Expect the best from people. I cannot overstress that. We have gotten to generation which always I don't expect much from people. If you don't expect the best from people, you're not going to be the best yourself. Because you're always going to be holding back your best version from people. Put in everything. And you know what? Enjoy yourself. My wife knows me. I'm a cool sports, enjoy my life. And then I say, madam, do you want to go out? I'm coming on the way. Say I should buy food. Do you want pizza? Do you want should I buy the place? It's all about enjoying yourself. And like she said, communicate. You want something, tell her. Tell her everything.
Stop finding alternative outside. Yeah. 1 year in marriage. Something. We're going to be see that you guys broke up earlier.
You have experience.
I was going to, but I said
I was never married now. I've been following a lot of things. So
at the end of the day, nobody can advise you. You can only be the one to. We can only advise, brother. Nobody can mandate you. But live your life, the best version of your life, taking into account people. Be good to people. Be good to yourself. Be the best version you can be. And the world is open for us there. There's no rush.
Wow, is it amazing? Okay, so is there anything you would like to tell the women out there before we call this a wrap?
Okay, so if there is one thing I would like to tell the women is there is a lot of pressure on women folk. Oh, you're supposed to marry at this time, you're supposed to give it at this time, you're supposed to just do everything at this time. And if you allow yourself to be sucked in by the pressure, you'll never get what you want out of life. You always settle for second hand. So it's best you do not allow, and it's not easy really. Although I can't say from experience because I never suffered that pressure. So I've only been someone that is averse to pressure, even peer pressure. Everybody's going left. If I don't feel like going left, I will not go to left. That's just the way I am.
I'm enjoying TikTok. I don't have TikTok account.
So I can't say, oh, okay, this is my experience. But I can say that important thing as a woman is to love yourself, respect yourself, be confident in yourself. Because if you don't have those things, you would settle for anybody that comes to you. No, I was telling my husband that one thing I always look at, okay, anyone wants to marry must be someone that has a high IQ, that is either is more than mine or is on the same level. Because I can't relate to somebody that does not understand what I want from
you guys life. Are not thinking alike and all that.
And if I had allowed pressure from society or whatever to take to me, probably I would have just anybody is a person.
You might have married Shegu like
exactly.
I don't
know Shegu. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving her a pseudonym.
Like if you just live yourself, when you are waiting, just enjoy yourself, just love yourself, have fun with yourself. Now people don't have to go out on their own. But even if you don't have to go out on your own, just sit down in your house and have fun on your own. So because if you don't love yourself, it's easy for you to accept trash from other people. Because I see some things online like can this happen to me? It's impossible.
I'm proud.
In fact, it will not degenerate to this point because I will never even accept the first instance at all. Like I will not, because I am. Okay, it's right. I'm proud. So I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I believe I'm not a really fashionable. It knows where I'm coming. I'm not really a fashionable person, but I use my mom. You've seen fashion. Well, I'm not really a fashionable. I don't get oppressed. Like, this person is doing this. I must do it. This person is using bolster. I must use it. This person is doing. I don't fall in that pressure.
But don't worry, if that's what you're offering.
Now you're promising life.
Please record that part. I should write the
memo. Write the board will consider your request. We'll take it in and check our budget.
Wow. You just have to love yourself importantly. If you take all these affirmations, read affirmations every day, read books, follow women that love themselves. Don't just follow. I don't follow just anybody on my social media account. I have people I listen to, people I follow. Around you, the kind of music you listen to, build up your self-confidence. So that somebody is bringing, like, they are waving $1 and you're like, even if you don't have $1 yet, you have the assurance that you are going to get $1. Oh my God. So basically, love yourself. yourself, be confident in yourself. It will help you in not ending up with the wrong person, because I can give you a host of advice. Oh, communicate, do this, do that. But if the person is not right for you in the first instance, nothing is going to work. I'm just wasting my time. So most importantly, open your eyes well. Shine your eye. No, it's not like
go to shine your eye when you're going to the market.
There's one market online that just got married at the age of 50. Lisa, everyone that knows Lisa
Nichols, she's like my mentor.
So exactly. So she just she's established in herself. She has lots of books. She's a TED speaker. She's achieved. And it was a time that it happened for, like, it will happen for you at the right time. It will meet you loving yourself. But if you push yourself in,
you might not even be expecting it.
Exactly. Funny enough, I was quite young when I got married, but I was not expecting to get married that early, because if I show you my list, marriage was not on the list. But it happened, and I just flowed with it. Like, okay, this is.
Wow, this is really amazing. You guys are really cracking us up.
Let me leave there.
I'll see you after.
Alright. It's really amazing, guys. Like, this is one of my favorite. This is one of my most favorite editions so far. Do you agree with me, Christabel?
It's been amazing.
Because learning from couples, like, love story is really very interesting and means the young ones. We can't be doing it the way people are doing it now, like all these oldies and all that. That's why we cannot bring any old person here. Alright, guys, it's been wonderful having these wonderful couples with us here. They've been cracking us up, sharing new things with us, and it's really wonderful, actually. And then we've come to the end of this particular edition, and I would be thanking Mr. Adewumi, who is the CEO of GLI. Thank you for making it down. We know you're a busy person. Thank you. And to who is also the CEO of Geek They create memorable experiences for people. Thank you for making it. We know that you have a lot of busy. We know your schedule is busy, but thank you for making it to speak to young couples like you on how you're doing your thing. And then I would like to shout out to Meat and More. They are your fresh meat sellers in Lagos. They can deliver it at your doorstep. And also to Kenny the Goldie Girl. What does she do? She's someone who helps you do this paraphernalia shopping from Turkey down to Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria. So if you want to, let's say, get this nice Turkey wares, both men and women, you can follow her on Instagram. That's Kenny Goldie Girl. Thank you very much for this time. I really appreciate the fact that you're watching this, and we'll be expecting your comments. Don't forget that. And to everyone, let's wish them happy Valentine. Happy Valentine! Thank you.